tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin.
How you guys doing? It's your girl Lime Down coming to you with another cake content. As promised, I told you I was going to be dropping my video letting you guys know how my first 30 days was in Raleigh. So stay tuned. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my first week out here, I was definitely aesthetically pleased with the visuals that I saw out here in Raleigh because, you know, a lot of times when you come from seeing trash all over, you become a little bit accustomed to that. And when you come to a place like this, you kind of feel like the anomaly. You just might feel a little bit out of place. Now, I use my sometimes charming ways to secure 2 delivery jobs on my second day out here. One was for Domino's and another was for another pizza shop. Now, I know to a lot of y'all, these are like considered mediocre jobs. I mean, I'm overqualified for both of them, but I don't feel like you can ever be overqualified to provide for your family. So, I ain't gonna lie, it took me a while to get to this humble place I am, but I am indeed humbled by life often. For starters, day 4 out here, I was at my second job. On the first day, my car broke down. Now, my original plan was to come down here, get a temporary spot to lay my head, as you know, having a child first and foremost. But that's first and foremost, even without a child, let's be clear. Get a job and work things from that point on. You know most of the time in life, things rarely go according to plan. I'm now learning that you need several plans. I'm more of an A and B type of girl, usually, but I'm definitely learning to become a C, D, and E bitch. Oh my goodness. But anyway, moving on. So my car broke down. I had a hotel paid up for 2 weeks. The hotel was definitely not my original plan. That just was happenstance. Needless to say, my car was broke down for 2 days shy of the 2 weeks that I had paid up. So in a couple days leading up to the car debacle, I had managed to sign up for human services. Like, that definitely came in handy in the coming weeks. Everyone that I encountered that first week was like super friendly. They wasn't nothing like Philly. Like, they seemed like they can still be on their bullshit, but at least they'll help you out first, you know? I walked my first 6 miles out here, and I ain't even gonna lie. These hills ain't nothing to fuck with. They on their Wu-Tang, okay? My son was definitely enjoying the walk, looking at all the cars going by. Like, he innocent, He ain't have no idea that mommy was definitely having murderous thoughts. Like, I wasn't thinking about killing anyone in particular. It's just like a lot of angry feelings, mixed with exhaustion, mixed with, options running out. So I dabbled with so many ideas in my head, but just focused on looking for, a mobile mechanic. I used my insurance to get the car towed back to my temporary living quarters. I was just happy I had food for my son, myself, and a place to keep warm, clean, and safe for the time being. In times of the stress, I swear, it really be the small things that you truly appreciate. And that's on everything. Like, I can't stress that enough. The mobile mechanic, the third, to actually look at the vehicle, because a couple people that came to look out, but a lot of people didn't want to mess with it because they were saying like wires was cut. This was from the previous work that I got done, which was how I got my stickers before I came out here. People always try to make a quick buck. So meanwhile, I'm cursing the reception bitch out in Philly over the money back for the alternator. Bitch gonna try to tell me the alternator, I ordered it myself, like I wasn't there when they ordered it for me. When you bring your own parts, they don't have to warrant the laborer. That's just a note to those that are unaware of that little fine print. People will really fuck you if you let them. So to make a long story long, I cursed that bitch out enough times that she gave in and gave me the money in order to get the new alternator. Now I was concerned about getting the mechanic to fix it and also paying that motherfucker. So meanwhile, days are going by, no income is being accumulated at this time. But Yah always has my back. Legit, this old white man with like 15 teeth, he actually fixed it for me. He was a New York native from the Bronx, allegedly, and was a tow truck driver for himself. He ain't charged me, and my car has been running since. But I do still need a catalytic converter, but I'll be trading that bitch in before I get that fixed. Fuck all that. He definitely hit me with a few times, like hit me up, text me or whatever after that, trying to get me to come out, go eat with him and all that. Trying to see what this black vagina do and all that. And that's when I knew that Charlamagne the God, you know how you always say that all the crazy people come from Florida and the Bronx? I knew that shit was true, because the audacity that he thought he actually had a chance with 15 teeth showed he is clearly out of his damn mind. I know I'm missing out, on one of my teeth right now. But he looked like his was just coming in, like the nigga was teething. But I truly thank him and y'all for bringing him to fix my car. Like, cause I'm telling you, like, listen, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was caught between a rock and a hard place. Cause man, oh man, oh man. So I started to work. Yeah, so I started work the next day at job 2. I didn't take the job at Domino's because they wanted to train me too long. And I'm like, how many days I gotta ride with somebody else to deliver food? It truly is definitely not rocket science. And besides, I was in a position where I needed like cash right away. So they held the job for me, which was nice. And I had to start playing ball. I had to start paying by the day at the hotel I was staying at. Okay, now that I'm working, everything's running, it's running, but it's definitely not running smoothly. My EBT card came. I was looking for my medical cards, but they still didn't come yet. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the wait list and the people at these offices out here are definitely much more pleasant than the people in Philly, and they're definitely much more practical. So, alright, bam. I'm taking my son to work with me. Everything is going well, but, it could be better. So a couple of my friends stepped in with the assist, shout out to you guys. You know who you are. Really appreciate it. I'm going to pay y'all back, the money once I'm straight. I've only been out here exactly 1 month today that this video will be posted. So this is by far the biggest risk I've ever taken. I'm truly tired of talking about things. It's time for me to get things into action. It says in the Bible, faith without works is dead. All the praying in the world means nothing if you're not also taking necessary steps. It's a cause and effect. This transpired because I did this, and so how it goes. I got a couple niggas' numbers just, have a connection here. Most people I've met, they either been from here, New York, or Atlanta. Met a couple people full of shit, already, but I can be a good judge of character when I'm focused. Definitely have been propositioned for sex 4 times already. Like, yikes. One thing I will say I noticed so far, these motherfuckers is too damn friendly to the point like they can put their hands on you. But respectfully. One boy gonna say to me, damn, I ain't never seen a pretty dark-skinned girl before. First of all, learn your colors, but I'll take chocolate. Secondly, get the fuck out of high school and secure your popped, pimpled ass face and get that face out of my face. And do it with reputability, please. Like, what? He looked like a mix of, like, Morgan Freeman and Flavor Flav. And had grills. Like, Lord. I'm truly traumatized by that nigga face. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I'm getting off topic. Mary Jane has definitely been accompanying me in my time of need. I came here strapped from Philly. That's the beauty of road trips. Don't tell nobody. I promise I'm not a mule. It was just for personal use. Oh man, Adam has grown so much, about to be one. He's been a little trooper through all of this. Like, the beauty of knowing nothing of the world. Sure, most adults wish they still had those rose-colored views as well. He has been keeping me. I've definitely had moments of breakdown, but when I came to, I realized that I must keep my focus and purpose if it is only for him. Like, he deserves a chance, and I deserve to be the one to give him that chance. I ended up having to move out of the hotel because they wouldn't allow me to keep paying by the day. So I expressed to them my situation, that I'll be getting paid actual paycheck in like a few days or whatever. At that point, I was pretty much giving them everything I made for the day minus gas money. This is all stuff you don't see, like, that people put up on social media. Back in full circle, I was facing my biggest fear of living in my car. Again. For a couple days or whatever. I held it together as much as I could and did what I needed to do. I called the Veterans Homeless Hotline, and basically they was able to give me a voucher for another week at a hotel. That is where I am currently. Pay is every week at this place, and I'm now looking for daycare. I have another move coming up in a few days, something a little more stable. I don't know if, like, you know, I'll ever feel stable anywhere, but what I do know is that I'm definitely not going to be wasting any more opportunities. Taking the proverbial bull by the horns, as they say. The best part about all of this, though, you know, somebody reminded me is that my Stinky, you know, he's not going to remember any of this, you know. For the race is definitely not to the swift, and the journey path not important. But the results and the destination that is seen at the end is what is most prevalent in this thing that we call life. Keep growing, because giants did exist, and they can again. Just wanted to share a little bit of my journey and hope it encourages you to, you know, not let obstacles mean a sign to stop all the time. Sometimes it's a sign to keep going, because the closer you get to success, the harder it sometimes becomes. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, you know, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.